Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're returning, my name is Carolee, and here I help to bring you clarity through life's toughest challenges and biggest blessings. I don't know what it is. There's something in the air. Well, I do have an idea. There's lots going on. But just smudging my third eye for you guys. I was gonna do messages, general messages from Spirit, and I might do another reading after this, depending on how long these ones are. But then as I was preparing the cards and smudging and getting the energy cleared and ready for your readings today, Spirit was adamant about bringing you warnings. And Spirit did this to me the other week, and it created this crazy, or it kind of led to this crazy tower moment. And we're still waiting to see, the fallout from that and what's going to happen. The regeneration, right? Something burning down so that something else can grow in its place. So still working through that. But I did want to bring you something today. I'm not giving up on you guys. I know I've taken a few lengthy breaks from this channel, but I'm not giving up this time. This time I'm here to stay. I mean it. I'm doing it no matter what's going on around me. No matter what. So, what am I doing? I'm just shuffling, and that's not what I was going to do. Okay, so warning. Today's pick a card reading is a warning from your spirit guides, the universe, the divine, God, whatever. We'll see what comes out. But they really wanted me to bring you a warning of some kind, maybe so that you can mitigate it, or maybe so that you can navigate through it. But we'll see what is in store for you. I'm gonna just do three piles to choose from, and I will show the picture now. And when you're ready, as always, take a deep breath, relax, choose the pile that resonates with you the most, and then when you're ready, the timestamp for your pile is in the description box below. I'll see you in your reading. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. They're saying burn it down initially. I kept that lit for you for a second. They're saying burn it down. The energy is so feisty today. It's very Spirit has your back. Spirit is all over this situation. I think for all 3 piles, but that's your message today. Burn it down. Spirit has your back, and I'm just feeling something really, what is it? Pulling at your heart. They're saying cramping, you almost have a cramping in your heart, maybe in your heart space or in your stomach, just cramping. There's a lot of pain, or not pain, but just tightness, and it's really uncomfortable. I feel like you're just really uncomfortable. And they're showing me just somebody really jittery, zzz, someone who's had a lot of sugar, a lot of coffee, or haven't shuffled the cards yet. And also the dragons. I pulled out my dragon oracle deck. Oracle of the Dragon deck, because the dragons want to come out. I do a lot of dragon work. I have 2 dragons, and I need them to be around me to protect me a lot. Like recently especially, I've had some stuff going on, and they've been just like really good, like really loyal puppies. Whew, it's just intense. Okay. And so we'll get some messages from that, as well as from the Priestess of the Oracle deck as well. But first we'll see Spirit. Okay, Spirit, warning message. Oh, you know what? That came out. I'm going to shuffle again. I wasn't really asking questions. I was just tapping into your energy. There's a lot of clutter around you. A lot of noise, like white noise, a lot of clutter. It's messing with your mind. It's messing with your body. Like, I just feel the need to like shush, you know, when you just shoo things away, like just, you know, when, in Greece, when Rizzo does like this to that girl or like something like that, like she does that, like get away, like, ugh, oh, disgusting. Just get away. This energy. Ugh, gross. All right, so 7 of Pentacles in the upright. I'm going to pull a few cards, see what comes out, and then the Chariot, number 7, Cancer card, represents Cancer. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck right now. No, too many cards, Spirit. There's a lot of clutter. It's like there's too many people around. I don't know what it is. Too many spirit guides maybe trying to come in. Like there's too much nervous energy. We have the Knight of Wands. So fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. 404 on the timer just then. And 4s are all about protection, divine guidance, knowing like your spirit guides letting you know that they're here for you through this segment of your reality right now. So they're saying pause before you do anything, I think. Because here we have the Hermit that is falling underneath the 7 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Chariot. So things are turning, and they're turning in your favor. With the Chariot, it's like the Triumph card, success, feeling really victorious in a situation that maybe was stuck before with the 7 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Like you were really focusing on yourself, on your own healing journey, on your own leveling up spiritually, on your own self-awareness, self-discernment, you know, like really going in and getting attuned and aligned with yourself. And the 7 of Pentacles is also that pause and action card. It's like just, you know, planting the seeds, waiting for them to grow, seeing what happens, and then waiting for like the next harvest, or waiting for the moment when you have to take action. So maybe that's where you were at. So hold on, we have that kind of in the past, and then we have the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune right now, which is, it could also mean that you're just coming out of this pause phase, and now you're like feeling really motivated to take action, or it's almost like, okay, the timing is right with the Wheel of Fortune card and the underneath the Chariot. It's like, okay, you were waiting for a while for something, and now the timing is now right now for you to take action. So now's the time to start taking action. And then we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands, I just told you the fire signs, and then the Knight of Swords underneath of that. So this could be a person in your life. I'm going to clarify a bit more. because they really wanted me to bring you a warning. And there's like this nervous energy, like you wanting to do something, but feeling stuck or feeling unable to, or feeling like you really had to focus on yourself for a long time. And then now they're like, okay, it's time to come out of that phase. Like, I think that if you stay too long in that phase, believing that it's not the right time, or believing that you have to hold yourself back forever, or like you feel like, oh, it's not the right time. But yes, there was a moment in your life, or just recently, where you had to take a time out, where you had to kind of see, they're saying, see where the chips fall, where you had to isolate, where you had to not be lonely, but working on yourself, learning how to be alone without being lonely, you know? Working on healing your inner self, working on not just healing, but really understanding yourself. You know, you've planted those seeds of self-awareness, and then you've been waiting for them to sort of take root. They're showing me a tree with roots growing. And then the Knight of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords is about communication, ideas, following through on ideas, on instincts. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, or clarified by the Knight of Swords. So it's almost like following through. They're showing me like following through on your instincts almost. So the Knight of Wands is like that instinctual behavior, habits, behavior, actions, inspiration, passion, creativity, all that. But then the Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy. It could be about thoughts, like thinking, or having a conversation. Maybe you're getting these like inspirational hits of things that you want to do, and this energy to do something. And then now it's like, okay, follow through, have that conversation, carry out that idea. Now, like, that is what's coming in for you, what's following. But this could also be a person. So let me, before we move on, because this is a general reading, so remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. I think they're saying missed opportunity. Like, if you don't act, you waited, and that was good. You needed to focus on yourself. You really did. And then, okay, so, but now it's almost like if you don't take action, the Wheel of Fortune is always turning, right? So if you don't take action in this moment, at this time, because this is the perfect time for this situation, or whatever it is that you're asking about, or what's going on, that's maybe whatever's coming to your mind immediately, that's what this is about. If you don't take action, you might miss this window of opportunity for this thing. That's okay. The Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Spirit. Let's shuffle again. The Hermit card isn't always about balance, but they're showing me the staff there and the rhino using the staff as a walking stick for balance, protection, to check the floor or the space in front of you as you're walking or as you're going forward, being really careful as you move forward in this journey, in whatever moment you're in, segment you're in your life. Because maybe you've been really hurt in the past with the Three of Swords. That's coming out as I'm talking about the Hermit, and like sort of really taking really careful, cautious steps as you're going through. And you've been really hurt. You've done a lot of healing, like you've struggled, and maybe you've been betrayed, or maybe like there's just so much wounding here, like this poor bird, or if it's an ostrich maybe. They're showing me an ostrich burying their head in the sand. So maybe, you know, while you were taking care of yourself and sort of planting your seeds and doing this little inner work that you were doing, you almost at the same time, while you were doing that, you buried your head in the sand. Like you ignored things in your life, important things. And now, and it's almost like the energy of this is like, I didn't mean to ignore this. I didn't mean to miss the boat. I didn't mean for this to happen while I was taking care of myself. Like that's sort of the energy, because they're showing me and like they're crying like, oh my God, like what have I done, or what what's happening right now that really wasn't my intention, you know, but all is not lost in this situation. I feel like maybe you're ruminating too much. Maybe that's the warning here. You're ruminating too much on the pain and not enough on moving forward. It's like, okay, that happened and you needed to do that. And the fallout was unintentional, like what happened because of you needing to, you know, really keep to yourself and do the inner work and heal and grow and ascend and, you know, all these beautiful things that come with the spiritual work, the deep inner spiritual work that you've been doing with yourself, planting those seeds. But sometimes we can get so lost in that journey that we forget to live our lives. We forget to pay attention to the people in our lives. We forget, you know, to have fun. And they're saying, I miss so much. I miss so much. So the Emperor came out in reverse, and the Emperor can be, it's a masculine energy or a wounded masculine, or it could have like a lot to do with maybe a father wound if you're struggling with some sort of a father wound, or your masculine energy is out of balance. And we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but your masculine energy is out of balance. You could have struggled with dominating, like really trying to control. This could come along with some control issues. It could be a father figure that you've been dealing with, or wounds from, like I said, from the father figure. But the wounded masculine, the wounded Emperor, can easily become like a narcissist, right? They're very very selfish, very, you know, I'm not going to say they can be very aggressive and dominating or domineering. They can have really high expectations of other people, but not necessarily follow through with themselves. Like they have high expectations of other people, but then when it comes to, you know, being accountable themselves, they have a really hard time being accountable for their own selves and the role that they play in a situation. But if you're a father, or if you're dealing with a father figure or a wounded masculine in your life, this energy, I'm just getting this idea of this person or this situation, like of missing out on maybe family, missing out on your children, or maybe you, if you have an abandonment wound from your father, who was emotionally unavailable for you, you might feel as though you missed out on having that father figure, and you didn't learn how to be a father, or you didn't learn how to be a protector, like you didn't know how to support maybe the feminine energies in your life, and you didn't know how to be a man. And if you're a feminine energy watching this, you don't know how to be with a man. You don't know how to allow a man to take care of you, and you might be stuck in your wound. If you're a feminine watching this, you might be stuck in your wounded masculine energy, and then kind of like hyper vigilant, but also like overproductive, as if you need to do everything instead of sitting back and being able to receive. You feel as though you have to be the one to do everything and take control, because you've been hurt a lot by masculine energies in your life. So there's an imbalance there with the masculine energy within you and maybe around you, or there has been. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to take in there. It depends on the situation. I'm trying to be a little more general in this reading. But there's a lot of hurt, like there's a lot of and resistance, like really holding on to the pain and the suffering, holding on to the suffering unnecessarily, Spirit's saying. What happened, but let it go, because now's the right time to now do something. Now, you've done the healing work, you're working on that stuff, but don't get stuck in the healing journey. Don't get stuck in the pain of what you went through and what you're trying to do, right? Don't get stuck in the healing journey. That's not a way to live. Healing is supposed to help you live, not stay stuck, not stay isolated and separate from other people. And then the Fool card, which is like, whoopee! I'm gonna follow my inspiration right off of this cliff, and Spirit will catch me, you know. Being a little bit impulsive, a little bit, not necessarily naive, but just, you know, what's the word? They're saying gravitas. You know, it's just like expecting the best outcome. They want you to expect the best out of this situation. They want you to just leap and let the universe catch you. They want you to like just trust and have faith, and don't worry so much about the outcome, but just go with your gut kind of thing. Okay, so what is this? The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords came out, Knight of Wands, like sleepless nights, and worry. King of Pentacles, I'll show you the cards in a second. The Nine of Wands in reverse. The energy is so like, it's almost like you're worrying about all these potential outcomes and all these potential people in this situation, or like you're worrying about like what to do, how do I do it, how do I approach this, like, and Spirit's just like, let go of control and follow your intuition. Just let your intuition guide you. The High Priestess was at the bottom of the deck. I didn't show you. Like the Tower is coming anyways. The Tower is going to come whether you like it or not. It's coming. There's nothing you can do about it, because Spirit will find a way. Nature finds a way to make balance, to make things right. So if you try to control the outcome of this situation that you feel as though you're trying to control it, you may have missed out on something, you're not sure if it's the right time or what to do, or, you know, am I going to be successful in this thing? But you're worrying about all the potential outcomes and how people are going to deal with it, or like what you're going to do and how they're going to react to it. And, you know, and that's not up to you. How other people feel and react is not necessarily up to you. You just have to follow your intuition. You just have to follow your gut. You just have to follow your heart right off this cliff, like the Fool here. You have to make a decision about what you want, and then just start working towards it. Or something's gonna pass. You're gonna miss out on something, you know, while you're busy brooding, they're saying. Okay, so I'll show you. The Nine of Swords is all about anxiety, sleepless nights, losing sleep, stressing out over something that's completely out of your control, but it's all stressed out about it. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands is about, in reverse, can be about self-protection, really putting up these high boundaries and walls, feeling really defensive, feeling very overwhelmed as well with all the things going on, feeling as though you have to sort of defend yourself. Or you, like, it's just this never-ending battle as well. And the Nine of Wands, when it's upright, can talk about overcoming those challenges, right? Doing the work to overcome them, but feeling as though you're actually doing it with purpose. But it's almost like you're fighting and you're not really you're not like getting anywhere. What are you fighting for? They're saying, like, what is really important to you? And then we have the King of Pentacles here, which I think is that, you know, what is really important to you. You have to go after what you want with confidence, and also be open to receiving and being reciprocated that same energy back, right? Like when you give to a situation or to a person or to whatever, and you do it with integrity, and the King of Pentacles upright is all about integrity, honesty, truth, diligence, they're saying, focused and very intentional about what they do, what they say. You know, they're very grounded, they're very observant, they're very calculated in their actions. And then so after that, I clarified with, there's the Five of Pentacles. So feeling left out or feeling not worthy, right? That comes under the King of Pentacles, so letting go of that. Four of Swords is this like inaction card, is rest, rejuvenation, but also the card of inaction. Judgment, which is about being a phoenix rising and really rising up to the occasion of this situation in your life, this moment in your life. And then the Knight of Pentacles is about following through, knowing where you're going, but, you know, working through those things at the pace that is good for you, but still working towards what it is that you want. But first, you kind of have to really decide what it is that you want, have a vision for it, a concrete vision for it, and being very calculated in the movements that you're going to take forward, having a plan and following through with that plan. But there is a Tower thing and you can't control it. And then underneath the Tower at the bottom of the deck, so you have the Tower and the Justice card. So karma, balance is being restored in this situation in your life, in this segment in your life. What is the warning about? Oh, let me grab, oh no, I'll do this. What is the warning about, Spirit? Six of Cups. And then the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So if you're a masculine, this could be about, because there's the Queen of Pentacles, it could be the mother. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, it could be the mother of your child. This situation is about, or the Six of Cups could be about the inner child, but I have a feeling it's more about a child or family or friends or something, a close connection. It could be about a close connection, someone who feels very familiar, very comfortable, someone who you consider a friend as well. And the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it could be that. Like, so it might be the mother of your child, but it could also be like this person is a very dear friend. And this situation is about that. This Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing person. She's very giving and supportive, very helpful. But she's also like the King of Pentacles, very, very calculated and very like cool and calculated, you know, in their actions, in how they think, you know, very methodical as well. But the Queen of Pentacles is mostly a caretaker. She takes care of like the family finances, right? And then so it's a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you need to confirm that. Okay, so there's a warning about this person or this situation. Let me just ask. And then with the Tower, like there's something involving that. And there's like this wounding here. Like you're just, or maybe you're sticking your head in the sand, not wanting to take responsibility with the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is very accountable for his actions and what he does. Maybe you're afraid of taking accountability for something regarding this situation or this person. And like you have to make a decision about something, right? About this relationship or about this person. And you're worried about the fight almost. It's like you're anticipating a big fight with the Nine of Wands in reverse. But it's all like in your head, you're anticipating it. It hasn't happened yet, but you're like anticipating this with the Knight of Swords there. Like you have to take action with the Knight of Wands. And you're anticipating this big fight before anything has even happened. You're worrying about it, losing sleep over it. The Six of Cups is a very comfortable energy as well. So, I mean, I'm getting a lot of stuff. I don't know. So we have the Lovers here, the Lovers can represent a twin flame connection, and then we have the Queen of Rods at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, and that's fire energy. So Leo, oh my God, I have to say it in the right order: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But this also is like divine counterpart energy. So this is like the Lovers is a divine counterpart or a twin flame connection. So this is like you have to make a decision about maybe one of these two partners. Like if you're a masculine energy coming here, it's like you have to make a decision about one of these two partners, or telling, like it's like you're missing, but you're missing something, like missing out. What is the warning though, Spirit? I think the warning is this very center thing is now is the time. Like the timing is right for something. I just saw 27 on the clock. And that to me with 2s represents connections, and 7s are like alignment, like perfect timing, perfect alignment. Like I always think of whenever I see 777 or 7s, I think jackpot. So like now's the time for this connection, for something in a connection or this connection, whichever connection. But what's the warning? I think it's like have faith. And that came out with the Lovers here. With the Queen of Wands that was at the bottom of the deck, because I talked about the Queen of Pentacles energy and what she is. The Queen of Wands is can be a very feisty person, very passionate, very sensual person. She can be extremely physically attractive, or you find her very physically attractive, like you're very attracted to each other energetically. There's like this magnetism there. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles energy feels very safe and secure and like nurturing, and like she really supports you in whatever way. It could be financially, because we have the King of Pentacles there and the Knight of Pentacles there. There could be a lot of financial give and take there, or like her really giving to you, especially with the Emperor in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who is very like supportive and of this Emperor energy in reverse, when the roles should actually be the other way, like around. And it's like the King of Pentacles here is also someone who's very committed. So it's like, where do I commit my energy to? Five of Pentacles underneath the King of Pentacles. So like feeling really helpless, feeling abandoned, feeling lost, feeling like oh my gosh, like feeling really maybe really unworthy, feeling like you don't have enough, maybe financially, to support yourself or these people or something. The Four of Swords like can also be with the rest card. It's like needing the extra time to rest and reflect, and I'm just hearing like I'm not ready, or am I ready to make this decision? And then with the Knight of Pentacles here, it's like I need to move really slowly, like I need to take my time with this decision. And that's what you're thinking, like I need to take my time with this decision that I'm trying to make. But that is also coming out of like fear of like the outcome of this decision that you have to make. And then so I asked about what's the warning, and we have the Lovers, and then we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and then the Star card, which is about reunion. It could be reunion with your twin flame person, so the Queen of Wands and the Lovers card, that person there. The Star is like about a wish fulfillment, perhaps, like maybe you wished for this person to come back into your life, and maybe they've come back into your life. With the Knight of Wands there, like maybe they came, and the way the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords is facing, it's like I'm not showing you like the table, so you can't see. But the way the Knight of Wands is facing is towards the Chariot or the Cancer person there. And then this Knight of Swords is facing the opposite direction. So like maybe this, and then the Knight of Wands is also kind of like maybe a renewed passion. It mirrors the Queen of Wands. So it could be like the Queen of Wands came back into your life and you're like, well, like, what do I do now? Right? And with the Tower, maybe it was really unexpected, like something that they said. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, again with the like the King of Pentacles, the commitment, the home card. This is also about the twin flame, the 1111. The Four of Wands has the Four of Wands there, so it looks like 1111, which can also talk about divine counterparts or twin flames with the four on each side, or the two on each side. Balance, stability is also there as well. Oh, and then we have the Hierophant, which is the card of commitment, or a higher level of commitment or tradition as well. But why is this a warning? What is the warning though, Spirit? They're saying you manifested this with the Magician here, and upright. Like this is, and then Justice at the bottom of the deck, which is about karmic balancing, or bringing things back into balance, the universe striving for balance. This is about maybe a missed opportunity while you were digging your head in the sand, in your hermit mode, doing the healing work, the elevation, the spiritual awakening that you've been doing, which is important work. But while you were living in that wounded state, something happened, and it's like you missed something. And everything happens for a reason. So maybe there were important lessons that you and your twin flame had to learn, because the twin flame journey can be really destabilizing and painful. Not painful, like emotionally painful, but there's a lot of lessons that you need to learn in that journey. The lessons about unconditional love and forgiveness and following your heart instead of what society tells you is important, breaking the rules even. Not following what is expected necessarily. It can be about learning how to communicate, how to open up, how to wear your heart on your sleeve, how to be present, be in the moment, and maybe prioritize love over other things that don't really matter in the 5D, right? Love is the only thing we carry with us. Through all of our lives, the energy of our emotions, of our experiences, not so much the things, the material things. I mean, there's a lot. I think I'm going to do a video about the twin flame journey in a bit. So the warning is like, with the Tower, it's like you can't control this because you manifested this. You manifested your twin flame back in, or they manifested you, whatever it is, or maybe you're both manifesting each other. And there's going to be a fallout that you're worrying about. And you're going to feel bad about it with the Five of Pentacles. Right? But here it's like you have to do what is right for your soul, for your heart, what your soul decided on. The Justice card is also about soul contracts. So the Queen of Pentacles could be a karmic partner, and you made a soul contract. Like maybe with the Six of Cups, maybe they are a soulmate. So it's kind of like a battle between a soulmate and a twin flame. And the twin flame is the other half of you, your heart. And the soulmate is somebody who you agreed to come into union with at some point in this life to learn a lesson, whatever that lesson is for you, or to work through some sort of karmic cycles. It could be a past life connection. Actually, both of them. Like if this is a twin flame, then there's lots of past life connections here altogether. And even still, like there could be a past life situation with the three of you that you've lived through in a past life, and that you're kind of like recycling through in this life, and where you're being forced to choose differently in this life. and not let external circumstances get in the way this time, kind of thing. So the warning is that it's going to happen. So there's no point in worrying about it. Like, you're worrying about it, worrying about the outcome, worrying about what to say, how to approach the situation, right? Feeling really defensive, I'm also hearing you don't want to let someone down here, but like, you have to follow your heart, whichever way you decide, right? It's a complicated situation for you. It's a complicated situation for your human self, but for your heart, whatever your heart is telling you is the right path, that's right for you. It can be hard to follow your heart, right? Especially after maybe everything that has happened in your past, right? Everything you've been working on, everything you've been working through. And it's almost like when is the hardness going to be over? Like, I'm tired of defending myself, or I'm tired of like letting people down, or I'm tired of like the pain and the suffering maybe that you've caused with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like maybe you've caused a lot of drama in the situation, and you feel very like defensive in it, but and you're tired of doing that. Maybe you're tired of repeating those cycles with the Wheel of Fortune there as well. The Wheel of Fortune can also talk about repeating cycles over and over and over again, not seeing like your own role in it, and how to be accountable and shift those behaviors so that you have a different outcome. Yeah, look at, so I'm pulling from the Priestess of the Light Oracle, and this is number 34. So number 34 could be important for you, or the number 7. Your life path number could be 7, or 7. We talked about 7, so like jackpot kind of feelings. But this card says loss, lack, fear, victimization. Like, maybe you're playing the victim in this situation, and not facing up to your own accountability and like your role in all of this, right? With the King of Pentacles and then the Emperor in reverse. Like, maybe you're not being accountable and you're just focusing on like your own loss and how bad this feels for you, and maybe, I don't feel like I'm enough, or I don't have enough, and being really afraid of following your heart with the fear there and victimization. We talked about that, but like feeling really afraid to really take a stand for what it is that you want with the King of Pentacles too. Like, what do you want? What do you want to commit your energy to long term? Like, and when you do decide, commit wholeheartedly, fully, with all of your heart, and really show up in that energy, show up differently. I'm gonna get one more card from this deck. Number 25, go with the flow. Letting go, cleansing, receiving. So this is just another similar message for 25. So again, with the number 7, so 777, jackpot. Like, this is, you manifested this situation, but it's not that you manifested the Tower. I mean, when you try to manifest something, the law of polarity comes into effect. So the opposite naturally comes into effect. So sometimes when you try to manifest something, things start to fall apart. And it's like, oh my God, this isn't what I wanted. But when that happens, it's because it's making space, clearing the way for what you actually want to come in, what you've been working on, what you've been manifesting. So things just seem like they're falling apart, but they're actually falling together. And then, so go with the flow. Letting go, cleansing, receiving. So just go with it. Follow your heart. Say what you have to say. Do what you have to do. And then let go of the outcome. Focus on taking care of yourself in the process with the cleansing your energy of maybe any toxic energies that you're around in this situation, and then be open to receiving the abundance, the manifestation that you wanted. Like, you are deserving of that manifestation. If it's love, it's love. If it's this twin flame, then it's this twin flame. I think what Spirit is also saying, because her arms are crossed here, it's like she's manifested this thing, but then is like really resistant to the thing that she wants. So you're not allowing yourself to receive that thing. So if let's say you're trying to manifest your twin flame back, and you're trying to manifest this person back in a completely different energy, like they show up, let's say with the Knight of Wands, they showed up, they popped up into your life, they said everything that you wanted to hear, and then you're like, oh, whoa, but this is going to cause some drama in the other stuff that's going on in my life, and I'm not ready for my manifestation to come in yet. But you can't control the timing of your manifestations. They just come when they're divine, when they're meant to, and it's for a reason. If you resist it, then you're going to miss the opportunity or miss the boat with this manifestation that you've been working on or wanting so badly. So open up your heart, open up your arms, and just let it go, like let it flow, and let this thing happen, because it's going to happen. And they're kind of showing me that if you don't follow through, you're trying to control maybe this other situation and trying to protect it and not be like the bad guy in this situation, or the bad girl, or the bad person. But what might end up happening at the end is you might lose just all of it, right? And all of it will be gone, and everyone's going to be hurt and upset. And it's because you didn't make a choice and show up in the energy that you were supposed to show up in, and open your arms to receiving this manifestation when it was coming in. Because then if you don't receive this manifestation, then the universe is then out of balance again, and it needs to create balance in another way. Oh God, that was a strong message, you guys. I'm gonna put these cards away. It's a lot going on there. And again, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring some like positive messages for my groups. And Spirit's like, no, you're gonna bring all of these hard lessons to people and walk them through it, which I mean, I guess is the point, right? Clarity through these challenging times and blessings. So this is like both a really challenging time for you and a huge blessing at the same time. Oh my, it's big enough for that. I don't know why I just shuffled that. I'm not pulling any more cards from that. Okay, dragons. Let's cleanse this energy, because it's a lot of stuckness. Get out of your own way. Let love in, like real love. You wanted this thing, right? You wanted this to come in, so let it in. Don't deny yourself. Like, don't deny yourself because you're worried about like how people will perceive you or how this looks on you. Like, that's what a waste of time and energy. And I know we all have to go through those lessons. Like, life is really short. Someone I know, my sister's boyfriend's father, just was he was diagnosed with intestinal cancer or kidney cancer, and then had surgery, and it was like an emergency surgery because the tumor was going to go like up his artery and like up towards his heart or something, and it was an emergency, and they got it out. But then after the surgery, he now it spread all, and he's not that old, you know, in his 50s. Then the cancer now has spread to his lungs, I think his liver, and somewhere else, and it's just spreading. And it's like, man, we waste so much time sitting in our fear and being afraid of things. Like, I've done it. I've done it a lot, and it's just I feel like it's just so demoralizing, you know. Like, we're here for so much more than that. I've known so many people recently, the last few years, who just like, one minute they're fine, next minute cancer, next minute this, and like their whole world turns upside down. So things can change in an instant, you know. And what do you want to experience and have in your life from now until then? And then you know, oh, I can't. It's so sad. Okay. Dragons. I know, I get it. Like, you just sit in your own fear, your own head, and then you miss out on things. I do it. I've done it lots. I'm trying to be better. Okay, 22. Ooh, the number of twin flames. 2 equals 4. 22, partnerships, connections, love. It says, Morgan, take action. Ooh, she's feisty. Take action. that's clear. Like, just do it. Just do it anyways. Just take action. Number 19, again, 2, number 2. Oh my God, that's like 2, 2, 2. The Wild Huntress. Face your shadow. Okay, so face your fears and just do it. Like, don't be afraid. And then number 16, and then number 7. So 16, 1 plus 6 is 7. So 7, like, don't worry about it. This thing is all gonna fall into place. Gwen and Eluish. Attunement to this person. I think that this energy is your twin flame, because the colors are so different, right? We have like the blues here, and this is like communication. The color blue or here is like the color of communication. The red orangey here is like the root chakra, or your sacral chakra. I feeling very protected, but also feeling very fiery and energized. And it's also like the sex hormones or the sex organs there. Very passionate, sensuality. And then this card, she's so different than the other two. She's like almost like your twin flame, like attuning to you. That's what you asked for. You asked the universe to help guide her to you and attune to you, to your needs, and what you want, and to really see you, right? And so that's what they're giving you here. Like, that's your gift. And if you get stuck in your shadows, you don't face your shadow in this situation, you're gonna miss it. It's a lot, like super close to home, but okay. With that, pile number 1, thank you so much for being here. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. And oh my gosh, let's just cleanse out this stuck energy for you. Like, just get on with it. Ugh. It's all gonna work out. Like, don't worry. It's all gonna work out, and you're gonna, I think, let me just, okay. Just nosy. Like, can we look at the outcome, like the potential outcome? What time is it? Oh my God, you guys. I gotta stop doing these like excessively long readings. Hold on. The Four of Pentacles came out, which is this card about like stability, financial stability, or creating stability, right? In the reverse, it can be about frugality and like really trying to control and hold on too tightly. 5 of Cups in reverse. No, the outcome is like you're holding on to a potential outcome, right? Like, trying to control the outcome. So what do they need to know about the potential outcome, or like the end of all of this? You have to let go to let something else in. Like what you want. Yeah, there we go. That just spilled out as I said that. You have to let go in order for this thing that you want to come in properly. So we have the 5 of Swords, the Empress. Okay. And then the Queen of Wands. So it's like, if this situation, because we talked about the Queen of Wands being your twin flame, potentially, and the Ace of Wands can be a breakthrough or a conversation, or like a breakthrough conversation, perhaps. The Empress is the opposite, is the divine counterpart to the Emperor, which we saw the Emperor was on the table earlier, and the 5 of Swords can be about fighting for a cause. So this is about this person or you fighting for this relationship, fighting for this twin flame energy, fighting for, you know, this thing that has so much potential, right? And it was destined. It's a part of your destiny. You two are meant to come together to do something. The Five of Swords can also be about fighting for a cause, like a social cause. Like maybe a lot of the times when twin flames come into union in a lifetime, and actually stay in union, because there's a lot of back and forth runner chaser dynamics, but when they finally come into union and are in union for the lifetime, there can be a major, there's usually a major reason, and they're like this power couple that brings something to the world, but something very important to the world. Whether it's healing, whether it's literally standing up and fighting for social causes, like there's a major reason why twin flames do all of their own healing work, spiritual alignment and awakening work, so that they can be in their power as a soul, as the two united, to make waves in the world. Like it's a bigger mission than just you and what you're feeling right now. Like with the Five of Cups in reverse here, I think that's also what Spirit is saying, is that this is bigger than just your own emotions. The two of you coming together at this time is for a reason. And Spirit's like adamant. I think Spirit's like, this is going to happen, right, in some form or another, but like it needs to happen for the good of the whole, the collective. And so get out of your own way, get out of your feelings, and like allow in this thing that is meant for something bigger than just like the two of you. All right. Okay, I'm officially leaving it there. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I will see you soon. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome, welcome, welcome to your reading. Whew. Pile 1 was intense and super long. That wasn't really my intention. But Spirit wanted me to... Sorry, I'm like clearing out the energy from that last reading. I'm just getting this sage instead of the Palo Santo. It needs a little bit stronger, like, get out. Not that it was a bad reading, it was a great reading, just the energies were intense. Okay, let's just... Oh, God, okay, cleansing my third eye. Let's get it out. Okay. All right, you guys, pile number 2, warning. Warning. What's Spirit want to warn you about? Eight of Pentacles. Could be about self-mastery, something work-related. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Like really going after something. What does Spirit want to warn you about? Spirit, what would you like to warn my pile number 2s about? They always dump a bunch of cards onto me, like, there you go. Here's the whole story. For Pete's sake, as my gran would say. I can't do the Scottish accent, but... Spirit's going to take you out of your comfort zone. That's what they're saying. Devil. 8 of Pentacles. The Devil energy. 10 of Cups. And it could be your comfort zone in terms of like your wounding, your trauma, your pain, your behaviors, your actions, compulsive behaviors, compulsive actions, thoughts, feelings, connections. It could be with the 10 of Cups there. These sort of like codependent relationships I'm hearing as well. Or Spirit's going to force you with the Eight of Pentacles into a segment in your life where you have to work on these codependent relationships. And then we have the Strength card there with your own stability and your own strength, really like coming into your own power. Queen of Cups. Working on yourself. I put the Queen of Cups under the Eight of Pentacles. So really working on your own self-worth, really loving yourself completely. Ace of Wands underneath the Devil, which could be about addictive behaviors. Or if we talked about like the codependency, but that compulsion to be drawn to connections, like the Ten of Cups here, via like just with the passion and the like on passion alone. Four of Wands here, which could talk about hearth and home. It's under the Ten of Cups, so it's like, and then the Ace of Swords. So there's this like breakthrough where you're going to realize your own strength, I feel. Or you're going to be tested. I almost feel like, because the Devil's here, the other cards are pretty positive, right? But then we have the Devil and the Ace of Wands under the Devil. So it's like you're being tested. Or maybe the work that you've done on yourself, because that's in the past. We have, right, the Eight of Pentacles and then the Queen of Cups here under it, which is like in the past. On the far left of the board here, we have like you've done a lot of work on your emotional well-being, on loving yourself. You've already done a lot of that emotional healing work, but now something's coming in to test you, to test your resolve, to test your stability, to test your strength, your inner strength. And it's, or to test you. And then but then there's this like breakthrough after this, where after you're being tested and pass the test, that this Ten of Cups is coming in and the Four of Wands is coming in, and like the commitment, the marriage card, the complete fulfillment, like the happy fulfillment card, family, marriage. And then we have the Strength and like this breakthrough and like this completely shift in your reality after a long time of you working on yourself, loving yourself, like really doing that deep inner work, mastering healing, self-healing, and resolving of trauma and pain. Oops. Okay, that was there. Okay. Yeah, there's this Tower moment. So shuffling, Tower fell down to the floor. So something is going to fall. I think something's going to hit you harder than you're expecting it to. And it's going to test you. And you thought, it's like, because you've done all this work, you're like, I thought I was stronger than this. I'm getting this energy. Like, I thought I was stronger than this. The Wheel of Fortune. Like, this Tower moment is coming in to change, completely change things in your life. Like, radical change. Love. With the Ace of Cups, self-love. It could be other kinds of love, but like opening up your heart space. This card, I always find it could be about new opportunities for connections or creative. There's no pentacles here. I think this is about connections or maybe your own perceptions about family and commitment and what it is that you want, maybe in terms of like what you're looking for in your life. Ace of Cups. Like opening up your heart to something bigger. And then the Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands can talk about like you're almost there, or feeling like really exhausted from the burdens that you've been carrying for a really long time. But this particular Ten of Wands, she's, she has her luggage, a few sticks and stuff. She's not overburdened. She has this ox to help her. But she's leaving. She's packed up her bags and she's leaving. and she's leaving something behind and is completely starting anew, like a new way of being, a completely new way of showing up and being in her life. I'm saying her because the figure is a female, so. Okay, Page of Wands. I was asking like in my head I was asking like what is this tower about? It could be about a passionate connection with an emperor, a father figure, a man in your life, or a boss or something like that. Not necessarily, but like an emperor connection, a passionate connection. The devil can also be self-limiting beliefs, like your own mind. It's not just like behaviors and stuff. I mean, I say that because the Ace of Wands is there. If you're the Queen of Cups in this situation and you've done a lot of this work on yourself, and this Emperor comes in with his Page of Wands energy and is testing you with the way that he behaves, like this could be a continuation from pile number 1. He's testing you, right? Like he's here to test you on like your strength and your resolve and like your new identity that you have been working so hard on. The World and the Empress. There's too many energies here. It's like there's a lot. I'm reading for a couple different people that are all involved. Because it's a little, the messages are a little bit, but I think the outcome for everybody is the same. It's like the test is coming in. Oh God. Okay, hold on. And then we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So this could be a twin flame connection, divine counterparts. The Page of Wands with the World can also be a move, right? This person could be at a distance from you, or you two could be at a distance, living far apart. And then the Page of Wands is like that action to like moving together or moving closer or something like that. But there is this test, whatever it is. There's this test and this behavior, this with the wheel there, it's like something you've experienced before. It's like a returning of, I'm hearing that song like Return to Innocence. So, just checking the time. Yeah, returning to innocence with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups there. It's like something is shaking up, something is like bringing all of those demons to the surface. Everything's coming up to the surface. All of your compulsive behaviors, all of the wounds, all of the pain, everything that caused you to maybe live and act and behave and think in your devil energy, right? Everything is like you're being tested on like, are you ready for the next level? And this situation is really highlighting whether you're ready or not, or whether the two of you are ready or not, or like if you need more work that needs to be done, more healing work that needs to be done. But again, then the Ten of Wands, I was talking about packing up and moving, but there's like this, someone is packing up and leaving. And this figure, there's one person, so maybe one of you is moving to the other. And it's like, okay. I think this is for both of you. Like if you resonate with the twin flame or divine counterpart, or whatever masculine and feminine energies here, it's like this thing happened. You've done all this work on yourself. Something happened that really shook you and made you realize, and it made your heart, holy cow, it made your heart like bust open, like, and you weren't expecting it. With the Tower, it was so unexpected. You just like like verbal diarrhea of emotions kind of thing. Like just like, well, here's all my feelings. And it was caused by this action, the Devil and the Ace of Wands. I don't want to, I mean, yeah, some sort of like somebody acted in their devilish ways and it flipped a switch. Something happened, it flipped a switch, and it like illuminated the feelings that maybe you guys have for each other. And maybe you were hiding it. Maybe you were like suppressing those emotions for a long time, or you were afraid of those emotions. You were afraid to take action. You were afraid of like the devil. Like if one of you has a history of trauma, or both of you have a history of trauma or addictions or whatever, or even like abusive tendencies or something like that were born out of trauma and addictions and stuff. So there's this fear and like going around in circles almost, and then this like final push of like, I don't know if you've seen I just have 14:14 on the clock, so on the timer, which is like protection. You are divinely protected in this situation, so you don't need to worry. There shouldn't be any fear, or if there is fear, it's valid, but that Spirit's got you, right? You're protected in this, and this is a divinely, with the one, like 1 and 4, the one is like, it's kind of meant to be, it's divinely, a divine timing or divinely guided, like the angels really brought you into this situation for a reason. It was not for no reason, like you're going through it for a reason. But whatever happened here, it was shocking, but it was so shocking to your nervous system and to your heart that it like opened it completely, and you're like, oh my God, I know what I want now. This is what I want. Like I want to be fulfilled. I want family. I want love. I want a home with somebody. I want to be together. I want marriage. I want commitment. I want everything. I want to feel fulfilled with you, because the 10 of Cups is about family. It's not a solo card. The 9 of Cups is different, right? But the 10 of Cups is about family. It's about community. It's about fulfillment, ultimate fulfillment in yourself and, within your family and your connections. 4 of Wands is the marriage card. It is the commitment card. It's the twin flame card as well. And we have and it's also, so that's the twin flame card. And then we have the Empress and the Emperor there as well. So this is like opening up. And with the breakthrough, with the Ace of Swords here, it's like you had a breakthrough conversation or an epiphany. And the Strength card can also be about opening up your heart as well. It is the card of like the heart center and Leo energy, Capricorn energy. With the Queen of Cups, we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Ace of Cups, same thing. I don't want to read all the smaller ones. The Emperor is Aries. Empress is Taurus. Not that I don't really like to go off on the signs, but so the Strength card can be about opening up the heart space or feeling very strong in yourself and like knowing yourself and what you want. Very empowered. It's a very empowered card. Like this breakthrough that's happening, it's like you know what you want now, after this Tower moment hit you. And it really tested you. Like maybe you've done a lot of work, on yourself, on being compassionate, on loving. Maybe if you're the Queen of Cups here, on really focusing on loving this person who has struggled with their own demons. Hold on. I always forget to turn the timer off. Alexa, off. I always forget to turn it off before I start recording, because I'm looking at the clock, like so I can see, but I have to get my daughter from the bus soon, so. Da, da, da. And then, so yeah, you have all this, and then this happens to test that, or to show you how much love you have for this person. And without that Tower moment, maybe there wouldn't be this 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands energy. Like maybe you guys wouldn't be able to come together in this way of like, Spirit saying holy matrimony. Like, I don't know if you guys are religious, but like, I am seeing like a wedding. They are showing me a wedding. and this, the strength, she's wearing this like white dress. Not that she's getting married, but like, not a wedding. I mean, maybe. With the Four of Wands, that is the marriage card. If we had the Hierophant or Justice, I would say maybe. Even more so. Definitely stability. The Four of Wands is also about stability in your connections underneath the Ten of Cups. So stability in yourself, in your family, in your connection. There's a lot of trust there. But yeah, at the end of this, with the Wands and the Worlds and the Ten of Wands in this particular deck, it's definitely like you guys are moving together, like moving in together, moving closer together, something like that. But that's kind of a little off to the side, so I think that's more in the future. Yeah, like with the Four of Swords, as I was talking about that, it's like there's going to be a bit of a delay before that happens. Like, just relax on that. That's not like something you have to worry about right now. But what's the warning though? To focus on the positive. So we have Two of Wands, and then the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Everything's working out. So you might be going through this situation right now, and it's like, why? It's like just this repeating of cycles and stress, and I'm sorry, there's all this noise going on outside and by the window, construction, so I hope it's not too loud for you guys. So they're saying just focus on the outcome that you want and focus on the positives. So we had the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck there, and then the Two of Wands is sort of looking at this, looking at the breakthrough, or looking at the outcome that you want to have, like staying focused through this tower, through this like thing that's really shaking up your heart. It's really getting to you at a cellular level. So really focusing on continue to focus on the outcome that you want. Don't worry about like the death rattle that's happening right now. Oh my God, and then like a fire alarm's going on outside. I think you're focusing on the tower and not on what's coming and why this tower has come. Which is to move things, to create space for this union, this beautiful home and family and life and connection and love and fulfillment. Like, that's why it has come. So focus on that instead of like the pain of this moment, and like what maybe the behaviors or the cycles, right? This has also come to break cycles with the Wheel of Fortune there. The Tower's coming to break those demon cycles or the devil energy cycles once and for all, so that you can have this really beautiful connection and life with this person. Oh my God, did I see? Okay, 444. Sorry, not 444. 444. 444. 44. 8 is also so 4 plus 4 is 8, number of abundance. Harvest. Oh, and it says harvest. I read that, and then anyways, 444 is also, or 4 is it's the number of divine protection. So you are protected. Your angels are guiding this. Your spirit guides are guiding this. They're there for you. Don't worry so much. You are protected in this. So this is a beautiful card here. I love it. Just holding this corn, slowly peeling slowly shucking it and like revealing. So the corn is husked, or there's like the leaves or whatever on it, the husk on it. And then as you peel back the leaves, there's the fruit. So the hard, you know, you can't eat the husk. It's hard and it's, you know, or not hard, but like tough, and it's not meant to be eaten. But underneath it holds and protects, and is this like beautiful vegetable or whatever, corn. So as you peel back the layers of this situation, there's going to be so much beauty and fulfillment, and something that's going to really satiate you. And there's also this kind of message of taking your time with it, and let the blessings slowly reveal themselves. Gathering of blessings, yeah. I think after this moment, this tower moment, it's going to be like blessing, blessing, blessings, blessings. A lot of really good things are coming into your life, but it's a reward as well. It's a reward for all of this work that you've done. The Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, the emotional work, the balance, the loving of yourself, nurturing yourself, making yourself a priority. And then, so this tower moment's coming in, and it feels really uncomfortable, but it's a final test before this comes in, and like your life is about to completely change, and you're not expecting it at all. Like, just like your heart just opened, you're not, if this hasn't happened, it's happening now or very soon. And then like this windfall of blessings is coming in. Maybe you've also been worried. For some of you, I'm seeing like this fear of like, how do we move together? Like move closer together if you're far apart. Like maybe there's been some blocks before, and there's a little bit of fear of like, how does that happen? But Spirit's saying with the Four of Swords on top of this, don't worry about it. It's gonna all come together. So don't even think about it. It's not worth the energy of thinking about. It's just gonna naturally come together on its own. I love love. I keep saying that recently, but I do. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get another one of those. I'm gonna put these away and just grab a dragon card for you. Where did I put? Oh, there. That was a much more simple, straightforward message than pile one. Should I tell them, Spirit? Maybe. If you resonate with the divine counterpart connection and you're the divine feminine in this connection, which I think you are, and you want to know a little more about what your divine masculine is going through, I would watch pile number one, because it's almost like that message was for him. Oh, they're not for everybody, but and then this message is for you. Even both of you could maybe end up watching it, who knows? If your person's into tarot readings, or yeah. Lady Titania, be joyful. So while you're, going through this, just try your best to focus on your own joy. If, I know it's hard, but just try. As every little bit helps, they're also saying. The Sovereign, I just saw 27 on the timer. And I saw 27 on the timer in the last pile too. Gentle Power, yeah. Wow. Be gentle with yourself and this situation. Like, I think it's also about being gentle, like be gentle with yourself, have compassion for yourself, because you've been through a lot with this situation or maybe with this person. But be gentle with them as well. If they do struggle with addictions or trauma and attitudes and actions and behaviors and thoughts and all that, as a result of the painful experiences that they've gone through, I'm a true believer that I know it's not always easy and it really depends on the situation, but everybody deserves compassion. Whether you can forgive somebody or not, and I don't think that that's what this reading's about, because I do see forgiveness and love and opening up and just completely letting go of everything that happened in the past. But with compassion, you know, like I think it's like give this situation a little bit of grace. We don't always have the intention of hurting other people. We're just trying our best to survive and get along in a world that has been harsh to us. So if this person really hurt you, I don't think it was intentional. It was like they were reacting to their own inner wounds, right? And I don't think it really had anything to do with you. But at the same time, like this was meant to happen to bring all of this up onto the surface, so you could deal with it, so both of you could deal with it, and like make room for love, for unconditional, true love. Marriage, true love. Sorry, The Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies. Nothing is impossible. Ta-da! There you have it. That's it. That's the end. Nothing is impossible. The Blue Lady. Blue Lady's about communication, innocence, purity. Nothing is impossible. So 39, 12, 3. Expansion. The Empress card. Number of the Empress. Did I go through the other numbers? 5, 38, 11, 12, so connections, divine union. Yeah, it's like no matter what you guys have gone through and what you've gone through with this person and outside of this person, nothing is impossible. And society wants us to believe that unconditional love doesn't exist and we shouldn't forgive. And it makes me so angry, you know, and I get it. Like I felt that way too until I started learning about trauma and how it impacts the way our bodies and minds act and behave, and how our bodies can control our minds. Like we instinctively react from our limbic system, from our animal brain, and we don't always have that much control, and most of society doesn't realize that. And so we get in all this trouble for behaving badly when really we were just trying to protect ourselves. And that's a natural human response to being conditioned to accept, I guess, like a lot of pain, or feel as though like pain and painful relationships are normal. Like this isn't like a trauma lesson, but I think we really, as a society, need to have more compassion for other people, and to not necessarily, and again, it depends on the scenario, but not necessarily throw people away because they were reacting from their inner wounds. I don't think that that's always fair of us. And again, it's up to you and your personal discernment and exactly what happened with this person. And also looking at the actions that person is taking in order to heal, so that they can change and be different and match your loving, compassionate energy, right? If they're not going to show up for you the way that you need, then, you know, of course you set boundaries and you say no, and maybe this life isn't the right time for you guys. But if they are doing the work and they understand and are trying to take accountability and are open to having discussions about what happened and how to move forward, and it's, you know, they're engaged in a different way, then that's different, right? So it just depends. Trust your intuition. Take your time to make a decision if you have to, right? There's no hard and fast rules when it comes to love. And with that, I'm going to end that right there. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd love to stay connected with you and read for you again in the future. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. A warning from the universe, from your spirit guides. What do we need to talk about today? The cards are a bit stuck. They're saying stuck, some stuck energy, perhaps. We'll look at which situation this is about. The World card. Maybe you feel stuck somewhere. Either in a segment or a phase of your life, or perhaps in a place, a building, a location. The Devil. At the bottom of the deck, I feel called to show you the Four of Wands. So it could be in an environment, in a situation that feels really stuck, very heavy, very toxic, perhaps. Seven of Materials, Seven of Pentacles. Again, with the like pause energy. It's like you're on pause. The Strength card, Resilience, Stability, Power. The Muse of Voices. Interesting message, pile number 3. So we have, oh, did I show you? Okay, the Muse of Voices. Okay, I showed you that. Did I show you the Hermit? Oh my God, I got totally lost in thought there. The Hermit. And then the Ten of Cups. And this pause energy. They're really drawing me to the World here. And that was clarified, or underneath of the World was the Muse of Voices, so the King of Swords. And there's something about overthinking and thinking too much about like the big picture or what's going to happen. Like catastrophizing maybe global world events with the Devil. And this particular Devil card, it's like the Devil is orchestrating this cataclysmic event, or so it feels like. from what the card, but if you look up close, the lava, this volcano exploding, is actually a butterfly. I don't know if you can see that, which is pretty fascinating. And then from the butterfly, it's like an angel almost, or like something growing out of that. It's beautiful, it's symmetrical, it's like rhythmic. But the Hermit is like being caught in isolation. This reading feels a bit strength and emotions. It could be with the Strength card that you are a leader. You could also resonate as a Leo. We have Hermit energy here, so Virgo, and the Devil, Capricorn. I don't think that those are meant to be too significant. Muse of Voices, so air energy, Gemini, Libra, and I always forget the other one. Air is like this elusive, Aquarius. I always forget Aquarius. I think because I don't know very many Aquarius, or I do, but I don't, or I used to. Aquarius is never that energy that I pick up on very strongly. It could be that you're like a global leader of some kind. I don't want to even go there. Spirit, this is such a strange message. Who is this message for? I just want to get to know a little bit about you. Just so I can... Six of Inspiration. Definitely a leader, definitely somebody people follow or like to follow or look up to or really see. You're very charismatic and maybe even I'm hearing stunning. You're very intelligent as well with the Muse of Voices. You could have your own YouTube channel, your own YouTube following. People might look to you for guidance while they're going through devil energy in their lives of some kind, with the Hermit card there and underneath the Devil. Or that could be your passion, something that you talk about a lot. Maybe trauma, maybe addictions, maybe abuse, perhaps. Abuse of power as well. Maybe you talk about abuse of power on a global scale, because we have the World card and Muse of Voices. So you're talking to a really large audience around the world about maybe abuse of power, something that's hidden in the dark with the Hermit and the Devil card here. It's like you're bringing it to light, bringing the darkness to light. Oh, this is similar to the energies. It's interesting how the energies from reading to reading, as a reader, like I'm sure that all readers might feel this way, is when you read for the piles, you tend to attract a certain audience, and then the pile selections kind of tend to be very similar for the most part, and then sometimes it'll switch up. Like I find that when I go to certain readers, when I watch some of their readings, they each pile, if I'm usually drawn to a similar pile number for that particular reader, sometimes more piles, sometimes it's different, but a lot of the times I get drawn to a similar pile for that reader, and that's like the collective that they draw in for that message right there, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah. You're the star of the show. People definitely feel drawn to your message with the Six of Inspiration or the Six of Wands here. And you have a strong following, or you will have a strong following. Maybe you're not quite there yet, and maybe you're just starting out. Let's look at the World and the Voice. like you might be thinking about, with the Seven of Materials that was at the bottom of the deck here, it might be something that you have been building or you took a break from building because maybe you felt overwhelmed with the state of the social media community, like what's going on with it politically, I feel. And maybe you took a little break for a little while, or you're thinking about taking a break, or it's something that you've been working on for a long time, and you planted the seeds a long time ago. Even if the seeds that you planted, they're saying, even if it was just the seeds of intention to build this community, it's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you're going to be, if you're not already, you're going to be very well known for. Whoa. Wow. 4 of Materials and 9 of Pentacles. So you're like, you're building this notoriety and building, it could be building wealth, right? But I feel as it's more like the wish that you have is to be recognized with the 6 of Wands here. You want to be recognized. You want to spread your message. You're very passionate. Look at how passionate this figure is, this 9 of Pentacles figure is, with the roses, the unfolding rose. Like, you're very passionate about the cause that you're speaking about, that you want to share about, you want to teach about, perhaps. Because we have the Hermit there as well. Spiritual teaching, maybe. Shedding light on inner demons, perhaps, because the Hermit is underneath of the Devil, bringing light to demons or abuse of power. I'm getting mostly from this 9 of Pentacles. Oh, those refer here. So you're like building this community almost slowly but steadily. I think that it's been a long time in the making, or you've been really feeling the passion of it, and maybe you've been building it and then taking a break and then kind of resisting the desire, resisting the urge to do it. You know, holding yourself back a little bit from going after this desire, this passion of yours, spreading the message that you're here to spread. Yeah, and you could be a psychic or an intuitive reader of some kind. You're definitely very intuitive with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. You're very intuitive. You see very clearly. You could be clairvoyant as well. I'm seeing, especially with the King of Swords, you could have a very strong gift of clairvoyance. Even claircognizance, like just a clear knowing of what's going on without really being told. You just know, have a feeling, or not a feeling, but it could be clairsentient. You could have like an emotional feeling, a gut instinct about things, and they come true, or you're right. 5 of Inspiration, 5 of Wands. In this particular deck, it talks about competing with the self. So you might find that you are, like, all of the pieces of you find that you're kind of arguing or bumping up against your inner child and your inner manager, inner firefighter, right? You're like feeling as though maybe you're not good enough, and there's this inner conflict about whether or not you should be spreading this message, or whether or not you're good enough, or whether or not other people will actually see you and value the message that you have to say, whether or not what you have to say and what you have to share is worth sharing, or is purposeful. I don't know, not purposeful. I think you think that it's purposeful and that it's needed, but I think that you might struggle with questioning whether people will be receptive to your message. And maybe that's because in the past people didn't listen to you and they shut you down, or they didn't heed your advice or warnings. So that could be something. Okay, so what's the warning here from Spirit? What is the warning? so Queen of Voices. Queen of Voices and then the Muse of Voices are both here. Three of Materials. So 3 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Emotions, or 6 of Cups. I think this is a hard, it's like a catch-22. I'm getting the vibe that you shouldn't trust everybody with your, they're saying secrets, and you shouldn't say everything that's coming to your brain. Like every time you say something or you think of something, it's maybe not the best idea to say everything that you're thinking, especially if you're talking online. Because of this devil energy, right, could make you a target, especially if you're talking about political issues right now. So it's saying like to keep some things to yourself, to hold back a little bit. Okay. So then after that, then we have the Strength card and the 10 of Cups. So that to me talks about building a community and leading this community. But what I'm thinking with that aligned with the warning of keep some things to yourself, be discerning about where you're spreading your message. It's okay to spread your message, but make sure it's among people that you trust right now. And they're saying like deplatformed. You don't want to be deplatformed. Or at the same time that you're building on one community, build something else on another community, like your website, and then check your hosting, your servers or whatever your hosting place, like check their policies in terms of hold on one sec. My daughter's at the door. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so there's this, yeah, you don't want a surprise knock at your door, especially with some of the new online safety laws, depending on where you are in the world, right? Misinformation, there's this war on information and data, right? So make sure that you're staying within the lines on the platforms that you're speaking on, depending on wherever that is. And then so at the same time, or the blanket that you house yourself under. So if you're like in the media, what does it mean to be in media, and to be publishing content as a media source of news and information? If you're like an entertainer and this is just for entertainment purposes, then I don't know what the policies are. I haven't read, all this stuff, but make sure that you're working within the boundaries just to keep yourself safe. And it's not just about keeping you safe, because you might be like, I need to spread this message. The world needs to know, which is true. Everyone deserves, all information is worth having, and people should be allowed to decipher and what's the word? Untangle the messages themselves and decide on what's true and not true for them, right? What feels true to them. But right now we're living in a world where freedom of speech is being everything they want me to say is not something that I want to say. Freedom of speech is like being tethered to some ideal that I don't think see, or not all of us see. What is it what is the agenda? We don't actually know why this is happening. And I think that a lot of us can guess, but I think at the end of the day, it's much bigger than any of us can even imagine. There must be, and I see it like somebody up there having a bigger picture, right? There's this big picture, and then this big picture, and then this big picture, and then this big picture. And we can't see all of those layers. All we can see is really what's right in front of our faces, unless maybe you read tarot, or you're psychic or intuitive or whatever, or you're really good at reading people or situations, you know? So they're saying, just be really careful about the messages that you're spreading and where you're spreading them and the people that you're talking to right now, making sure that it's people that you trust. And if it's not, if you can't control who sees your message all the time, try to build your another platform in alignment or congruent or parallel to another platform. So just in case this platform somehow breaks down or something happens, then you have the other funnel to connect with people. So if you're streaming on YouTube and then, you know, something happens to YouTube, then you already have like your website, or you're on Locals, or you're on Patreon, or, you know, whatever, Rumble. So just to make sure that you're building the audience or shifting your audience from one place to another, or letting them know that you're also available on other channels. And on like this other channel, you can, you know, you can follow me here for this type of information, and where I can speak a little bit more openly about my own thoughts and opinions, and deciphering of these messages that's going on, right? We can actually have a conversation rather than just sticking to one, you know, narrative inside of a box. Because that's where a lot of we're being funneled into this little box, and eventually that little box is going to combust. There's too many people in the box, too much energy in the little box. We need to go out of the box. It's funny actually, because I had an old boss and we used to joke about, while everyone is trying to get out of the box and think out of the box, let's think in the box and outsmart all the people who are trying to think outside of the box, and we can think inside the box. And actually, because we're so good at minute little details, you know, really detail oriented and like maneuvering around this tiny little box, it actually makes us more powerful. So, I mean, that's, I don't know, that came out. That's just a different message. Oh man, that was funny. I was so young then. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I got off track. He was an Aquarius, actually, that boss, so that's interesting. Virgo, Aquarius, Libra. Yeah, the air energy is coming out very strong. Gemini. Not so much Gemini. I'm getting a lot of Aquarius energy here. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. I think that is pretty much a very straightforward warning for you guys. The other two piles were different. This is different. They keep saying global leaders, global leaders, global leaders. Okay. Spirit, am I allowed to say this? Two of Wands. Beware, because they're saying beware of the global leaders who are watching you. Like, I hope this isn't for me. Look, with the telescope, watching you. It's not time, I don't think. But yeah, so building another streamlined, like another platform or another host or whatever, like another system, to be able to connect with your audience with the strength and the 10 of emotions, because that 10 of emotions or the 10 of cups is community. It's like building this very strong community foundation that you can reach out to and connect with and lead, right? The strength card is the Leo card, a very strong, passionate, fiery leader. Literally this lion, this woman sitting on top of a lion, like the leader of the jungle, right? The leader of the spirit, the guerrilla movement. Not that this is a guerrilla movement, but like that's what in my mind they're saying for context. The rebellion. So this is a warning to the leaders of the rebellion that underground or in a different channel is a better way to grow right now. Man, Spirit's gonna get me in trouble. Spirit, what are you doing to me? Like a sacrificial lamb. Oh, I'm like, Spirit, what are you doing to me? And then they show me the Lover's cards. This is Gemini, but also alignment. Like, this is my purpose. To help you help others in the next phase of our existence, in what's coming, the new world order. Whatever that's going to look like. It's not set in stone yet. Okay, Spirit, that is a intense and heavy message that I don't know if I really want to go down that rabbit hole. You are a starseed. You're brought here for that very reason. The star and the moon. I don't know if all of you know what your mission is yet, and I don't think you're meant to know yet, or that you're meant to start putting it out yet. So in the earlier message, it was like you have had this vision, you've been kind of sitting on it for a long time, holding back, but really wanting to share, wanting to connect, and wanting to spread the word or some kind of word online somehow, or around the world. But Spirit, I think, is saying, yeah, like you're not satisfied with the Four of Cups. You're not happy, you don't feel fulfilled, like you're not satisfied with where you're at right now. But Spirit's saying it's not time yet, and that you will know when you're ready with the Star card, and this particular Star card, with the way the light beam is coming into her third eye, or into her crown. Like, you will get the call when it's time. So not to worry about that. It just sort of needs to be revealed with the Moon card. It's not there yet. You're not there yet. And so I know that you're feeling like, okay, let's go. Like, you can feel it. You feel maybe the rumbling of it. You're very clairvoyant or claircognizant, and so you know. But the time to take action in this world is not now yet. Not in like the public sphere, like, on the public stage, so to speak. It's about like building this other underground channel, or a different way, or a few different channels, platforms at once, to capture a larger audience, and then so that they will know, the right people will know who you are and where to find you, but in a place where you're not as accessible to people who you don't have control over, like who gets to see your message. Yeah, so there, and then here, next to when the Moon, the Star, and the Four of Cups came out, these also came out as well, the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords. So this is like, don't just stop, don't worry about it right now. Now is not the time. Right now, the time is just to rest. Take care of yourself, recoup your energy or conserve your energy, because when the time comes, you will need that energy. You will need to be well rested. You will need to have, fully, you will need to be this like strength card. You need to be empowered. You need to be strong. You need to be a wise leader with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords there, really discerning. So regulating your nervous system as well while you're sort of in this limbo. Make sure that you're learning how to self-regulate, how you're learning how to engage in conflict. You're learning how to deal with the shadows. If you do some shadow work and you can see the dark energies, and making sure that you know how to protect yourself in those situations. And spirit might send you tests, right? Or opportunities where you can practice on the 5D level how to shield yourself. And that's really important. And you're going to start to practice that a lot more in the next little while. And believe me, that darkness comes from unexpected places. I was at this crystal store nearby not that long ago. And this is funny, I'm actually talking about this message, because that day I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do? I want to do this and this and this. And then Spirit's like, no, go to this store. Like now, like go. And I thought, that's weird. And I pulled out the cards and I thought, what is it that you want me to, why do you want me to go right now? I was going to go later on this week. I'm like, no, you need to go right now. And there's like a conversation or something going on you need to hear, you need to meet somebody, or something's going on you need to see. So I was like, okay. And I went to the store, and there was, I walked in, and I just happened to get there at this time where one of the staff members was talking to a woman about shadow work and like connecting with her spirit guides and connecting with the divine and what she needs to do in order to feel more confident and comfortable connecting with her spirit guides and whatever. But I'm not going to go into the whole story, but something about that girl's energy instantly, and I was in a great mood. I was singing in the car, music playing, like having a great time. And instantly I walked into that shop and listened to this conversation. I was immediately turned off about the staff member there. And I said to a friend who also goes to that store, oh my God, the girl who they've hired to work there, and she's been there for a little while. I was like, she should not be working there. She's almost like a portal for the darkness. She's tapping into things that she doesn't really know what to do with or how to work with them. And she's actually opening up a portal for these dark energies in these types of light worker spaces. So it really, and then she was talking to this woman about how to do this work. And then I started talking about, like, there's this galactic, war that's happening, spiritual war, or this war for our souls, for the energy of our souls. And this girl, the staff member, was obviously perturbed, like just got her back up. If she was a wolf or a dog, her haunches would have gone right up. Like she was just like on edge when I started talking about it. And I could tell that this poor woman had no idea what was going on, like the girl she was explaining things to. And and she just was looking at me like, when you know that someone can recognize what you're saying, but they don't want to say anything because like there's this odd energy going on, like this, you can cut the tension with the knife, and that wasn't my intention. And I wanted to get to the point that this woman, before she could tap into these energies, she has to do her own healing work, resolution work from her human experiences, deconditioning from the human experiences in order to open up to these other energies and decipher. It's not just opening up to the energies, but it's deciphering between the energies that are harmful and the energies that are good and are working with you for the good of the many, for the good of, the galaxies and whatnot. So, but you could tell that, and I don't know, I talked to a friend and she was saying that, yeah, she saw this, she was saying it before I brought it up, but that when we both see these dark energies, and I don't like, they're not the devil, they're like different, it's something born out of our own human traumas and the conflict and stuff that have happened on this earth because of the way the body and the trauma and whatever works. So I'm not going to get into that. But so what was I saying? I got off track. Oh, deciphering. So it's important when you do start to do this work, because you are very powerful, that you know how to regulate your body, your human body, so that it can function in this spiritual warrior mission as a human in what's going on right now. And it's important that you're able to clarify your mind in the same, like, as well, so that you can decipher between the dark energies and the light energies, and your intuition and your ego as you continue on this mission. A lot of light workers end up getting trapped by their ego. They lose touch. Anyway, so I was talking about the dark energies and what they look like. I don't know if you've seen Fern Gully, but they look like hexes, like this gooey, sticky tar, right? And they suck the energy out of people and like leech themselves onto them. The spirit just said, stop. That's too much. Yeah, so they're using light workers who are not properly attuned, and not only attuned, but self-regulated and self-aware, to sort of mimic the light, is what they're saying. So you have to be very careful about who you listen to, who you follow. And who you listen to, who you follow, who you accept offers from. The Knight of Cups, and then the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, even who you accept offers from, bribes from. You don't want to be caught in a bribe. Trying to keep yourself, your online presence, as uncontroversial as possible. Yeah, and always leading with your heart. Queen of Inspiration and the Page of Cups. You're fierce, powerful, directly connected to the divine. Look at this channel of light here, directly into her third eye. Like, kind of like puppeteering things, right? Very powerful manifester. I'm getting this because it could be that you and yeah, it's a leading with the heart. And taking action with passion. I don't know why. What is that? The Knight of Inspiration, or the Knight of Wands or Rods at the bottom here. Eventually you will lead people somewhere. I'm hearing make haste. They're saying make haste. And it'll be like a quick decision type thing, and you're not going to get that information about where you're supposed to be going until then. Things are going to unfold, and then you'll know. But you'll know, they're saying. So don't worry about like getting people activated, because you know, the angels, spirit guides, God, they're getting that ready as well. And they're calling people to the light. They're calling light workers out to like do this type of spiritual work. Do the healing work, heal your traumas, heal from decondition from your experiences in the human world. You know, heal your addictions if that's what's going on. Resolve any past issues. And because there's a new way of living, a new way of life that's going to be born, and there's a select few, a handful, or more than a handful, but like a group of people that are like, they're saying like the resistance, are going to form this sort of resistance, and we need very strong leaders for that resistance. But you need to be strong in your body and your mind first in order to be able to lead the people. Now this is not something I talk about openly to very many people. So take what resonates and leave the rest. It's not really meant for a lot of people. I don't even really want to, but Spirit wants me to bring it up. So I'm sure that there's somebody, yeah, and look, the candle just went out. So it's like, okay, that's the end of that message for you guys, all right? My candle went out, so I'm gonna have to light this. I'm going to get some sage before I leave you. Oh, and some oracle cards. Rest, restore, rejuvenate, regulate your body, integrate your trauma, your shadow, integrate your trauma, your shadows. Don't purge your shadow. Integrate. Make friends with your shadow. Don't be afraid of your shadow. When you're afraid of your darkness, that's how it can control you. When you make friends with your darkness, it has no control over you, and you can actually use it to your advantage. Hold on, my daughter's at the door again. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. We're almost done. I think she wants to see, like, what's going on. Some of you might be, if you're parents, some of you might be raising the next generation of leaders. That I think is a good, strong message there too. Oh. Okay. I just cut the deck. 39 Miracles, Ancient Wisdom. Yeah, like the answers will be within you. You will know what to do at the right time. 1:11 on the timer. I just restarted the timer, so just in case you're like, well, my clock says this. Oh my gosh, my hands are all like shuffle right now. Innovation, new creations. I think a lot of you, especially with the Aquarius energy in the reading, you are very scientific, or you enjoy learning how things work, how like figuring things out, mathematics, right? The science of life, that's really important to you. And just think about, or even like mechanical things, like learning how to make things, how to build things, that's going to be really important. And so the skills that you have, and that the things that naturally interest you and you're curious about, those are fine. Those are, I can't even speak right now. Oh my God. Those are by divine. Those gifts were given to you by the divine. You were born with those gifts for a reason. This is at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take it. Number 36. Duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. So not everything you see is real. Not all information is true. Take that as it resonates. Spirit's gonna get me in trouble. It's okay. I got my dragons to help me. Let's pull from the Oracle of the Dragon deck. The dragons are back. And they're here to stay. Have you seen Raya? Disney movie? Oh, so good. It's like, yes, the dragons! They're alive! They're just in hiding. I don't know a lot about the starseed planets and like the ancient cultures, but if you resonate with a starseed, or if you resonate from having lived during like the Atlantean times, and you love dragons like I do, maybe you were a dragon priestess or priest. It's very powerful energy. Watching Game of Thrones, I was like, when the dragons died, that killed me. I was so sad. Why would you kill the dragons? How are they even, like, how did you even manage to kill them in the first place? Oh my God, even now I'm thinking about it and I'm just so sad. I'm so upset about it. They didn't deserve to die. They were just babies. Oh my God, look at me, I'm crying over like a show of dragons. Okay. It's very emotional for me. Oh my God, see, someone's listening. Okay, that's like a hidden message. But okay, so we have 21. The listener, sacred silence. And I'm just getting this like somebody's listening, like that you're not expecting. 23, 5, big changes. The lovers at the feast, conscious, aware eating. So this is like beware of the people around you and what you're sharing, what you're saying when you're out. Especially among people you don't know and you don't trust. Oh my God, look at all these messages here. Okay. What is this? Apalala, you are a peaceful being. So you are a light worker. If you were ever questioning it, I don't think you were, but you are very peaceful. You're meant to bring peace to this world. But bringing peace doesn't necessarily mean you don't like defend your people or stand up for your people, but it's like you are a light bringer. You are naturally peaceful by nature. You are meant to bring peace to the planet and help restore balance and serenity to the galaxies. The Lady Gryan, the Lady Gryan, open your heart. Right, there's no need to shut down during this crisis. Your compassion, your love, your heart will help to inspire people. It will help people trust you when the time is right. If you're in your masculine, like focusing on the danger and the warnings, right? People don't want to hear about that. They want to know about, people want hope. And so to lead these people, they need hope, and you need to help them. You need to help restore hope in humanity when the time comes. 30, the elder, heed wise counsel. Listen to me. No, every leader, everybody, every counselor, every leader, every therapist needs a therapist or needs a counselor or needs a guide as well. Trust your guides, your spirit guides, really listen to them, talk to them more often. Listen to other spiritual teachers, follow their guidance when applicable, when it feels right. And you'll know when it feels right. And that's it. I feel your energy of being kind of like hopeless, like, oh my God, I see this all coming and what can I do? There's nothing I can do, and just worrying about the end of the world kind of thing. Spirit saying, don't worry about it. This isn't the end. It's just a new phase, and it has to happen. Throughout history, you know, things end, things are reborn. You know, forget about the apocalypse, the ancient apocalypse. You know, look at the Dark Ages, all the information that was lost, that time period. Like it does happen in our history. It has happened. So when it happens this time, You know, it's not going to be new, it's just going to be new to us. So make sure that you are preparing yourself in a lot of different ways to become that strength, that pillar of strength for your community, for the people. And with that, pile number 3. Whoo! Gee whiz. You are safe. You are protected by the divine. Just, you know, keep it close. Keep it close to the what's that saying? Hold it close to the vest, or keep it close to your chest, or whatever, for a little bit. You know, you'll know when it's ready to start talking more. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you for being here and listening to this message. Came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Yeah, I guess, I don't know what to say, you guys. I'll see you in your next reading, okay? Bye.